Hello everyone, welcome to today's professional development, Khan Academy, how to effectively implement in the classroom. What is Khan Academy? Khan Academy is a technological tool that offers practice exercises, instructional videos, and a professionalized learning dashboard that empower learners to study at their own pace in and outside of the classroom. This learning dashboard is created based on the individual student, which identifies their strengths, weaknesses, and attempted topics. This data is then analyzed to come up with suggested topics to complete for the student as well as the teacher to see. Displayed on this slide is a screenshot of what a student might see and as well as what the teacher can see. The student has been working on Algebra 1 material, 78 skills mastered. However, they have 95 skills that they haven't attempted. They haven't even started. So one thing that the teacher can do here is remind the student when this task is to be completed. If it's to be completed within the next couple days, give them a little reminder of getting on task. Here is displayed another screenshot of an exercise a student would complete after reviewing a topic. An example is given. If it is successfully completed without any hints, it will count towards the student's progress. If the student needs a little bit of help, then they can play a corresponding video to the material on the bottom left side. However, if they're still unsure about how to complete this task, they can get a hint. But the exercise won't count toward their progress. Benefits of implementing Khan Academy. Implementing instructional strategies that engage students through technological devices has its benefits for sure. Some of the benefits: provides another tool for assessment, checks for understanding, adds a tool to your toolbox of effective technological tools, increase in student engagement, and potentially increases student achievement. It's essential to understand the tool, know how it effectively works to increase your knowledge in engaging, assessing, and appropriately adjusting your instructional plans. The data provided by Khan Academy helps you complete that. Now what I would like to do is have Mr. Khan himself explain some of the benefits of Khan Academy and why he created this online resource.
Khan Academy is most known for its collection of videos. So before I go any farther, let me show you a little bit of a montage. So the hypotenuse is now going to be 5. This animal's fossils are only found in this area of South America, a nice clean band here, and this part of Africa. We could integrate over the surface, and the notation usually is a capital sigma. National Assembly, they create the Committee of Public Safety, which sounds like a very nice committee. Notice this is an aldehyde, and it's an alcohol. Start differentiating into effector and memory cells. A galaxy. Hey, there's another galaxy. Oh, look, there's another galaxy. And for dollars is their $30 million plus the $20 million from the American manufacturer. If this does not blow your mind, then you have no emotion. we now have on the order of 2,200 videos covering everything from basic arithmetic all the way to vector calculus and some of the stuff that you saw up there. We have a million students a month using the site, watching on the order of 100 to 200,000 videos a day. But what we're going to talk about in this is how we're going to the next level. But before I do that, I want to talk a little bit about really just how I got started. And some of y'all might know, about 5 years ago, I was an analyst at a hedge fund, and I was in Boston, and I was tutoring my cousins in New Orleans remotely. And I started putting the first YouTube videos up really just as kind of a nice to have, just kind of a supplement for my cousins, something that might, give them a refresher or something. And as soon as I put those first YouTube videos up, something interesting happened. Actually, a bunch of interesting things happened. The first was the feedback from my cousins. They told me that they preferred me on YouTube than in person. And once you get over the backhanded nature of that, there was actually something very profound there. They were saying that they preferred the automated version of their cousin to their cousin. At first, it's very unintuitive, but when you actually think about it from their point of view, it makes a ton of sense. You have this situation where now they can pause and repeat their cousin. Now they can, without feeling like they're wasting my time, they could, if they have to review something that they should have learned a couple of weeks ago or maybe a couple of years ago, they don't have to be embarrassed and ask their cousin. They can just watch those videos. If they're bored, they can go ahead. They can watch it at their own time, at their own pace. And probably
So Mr. Khan explains the aspects of Khan Academy very nicely. One of the interesting things that I found watching that video was the fact that students can pause and rewind their teachers. Many times students do not raise their hand and ask for clarifications because they're embarrassed. With this tool, they get to learn in the comfort of their own home. What did you guys find interesting with that segment of Mr. Khan describing his website? Okay, thank you for sharing. Now, what I want is to create an account. Please use the laptops provided for you already. If you brought your own device, your own computer, your own laptop, go ahead and you could use that as well. It can be a little bit confusing, a little bit frustrating creating an account, but I broke it down into a couple of easy steps. Number 1, go to the website. Number 2, create a new account. Click the button. Number 3, sign up with email. Number 4, fill in your first name, last name, email, and birth date. Number 5, verify email by signing into the email address that you provided. Number 6, open email sent by Khan Academy and finish signing up. So we'll take the next 10-15 minutes getting that organized, getting that set up for you, and please feel free to ask any questions if they arise. Right now that everyone has created an account, this is where it can get a little bit more frustrating. I know that it's a little bit time consuming and we have to follow some steps, but I broke it down nicely, very procedural for you guys. To create a class and add students, click on your name on the top right corner. Add students, create your class and name it. So if you want to create a class for your Integrated Math 1 class, go ahead and name it Integrated Math 1. Choose a mission, a topic for your class. Continue to add students by sharing your class code with your students. So there's a couple of ways you could add your students. You could add them by your email or by inputting their email. That's a bit time consuming. You can import from Google Classroom. I found that the most effective way, the quickest way to do this is just displaying the class code on the whiteboard and having students manually put in that class code. So now that we've been given the appropriate amount of time to create a class and add students, I want you guys to just explore the website. Go through the different tabs, open the different subjects, look at the different subjects. We'll take the next 10-15 minutes, and at the end I want you guys to share something that you found interesting or share something that you found frustrating, what you didn't like, what you liked. If you have some trouble getting started, I provided some questions for you. How many subjects does Khan offer tutoring on? What are those subjects? Choose a math subject. What do you see? How can you check your progress? If you have a question, where can you post it for the community to see and help answer? Take this time to explore and ask any questions that arise. All right, if we could come back together. Let's talk about some advantages. Some advantages for teachers that I found out or that I came up with is that it's free. Who doesn't like free things, free stuff? And also thousands of hours of instructional resources for you and your students. It's an assessment tool. You're able to use the information provided by Khan Academy to data analyze, and you can monitor student progress. For students, it's also free. Thousands of hours of tutoring services for them. Ability to pause and rewind their teacher. It's at their own pace. Many practice problems with hints and corresponding videos for them. Are there any other advantages for students that you can think of? Any other advantages for teachers that you can think of? Please share. Okay, thank you for sharing those advantages. And there are also some disadvantages. Disadvantages for teachers. Lack of technological resources. If we don't have the laptops, then we can't use Khan Academy in the classroom for each student, or we can use it, however, the student doesn't have the technological resources at home. One solution to this is having students use their own devices and partner them up, or in a groups of 4, partner up. Another disadvantage for teacher is it doesn't allow for much face-to-face interaction. If they're doing some of this work at home, they lack that face-to-face interaction with the teacher as well as with their classmates. A possible solution to this is students can ask questions under the discussion tab, and we could answer them there, or we could wait till the next in-class session to discuss. And another disadvantage is a lack of students in-class participation. Teachers can monitor students' live progress as a solution to that. For a disadvantage for students, lack of necessary tools, obviously. You can provide students with options to complete the assignment. Students may not have the account. Spend time during class having students create an account, as we did right here in this professional development. And the lack of knowledge. Possible solution, similar to this PD, implement one for students to familiarize themselves. Implement one for your students. Future collaborations will consist of further implementing Khan Academy effectively. A lot of information to gather, a lot of information right here in this professional development. So future collaborations will be further implementations of it. We will learn how to analyze and revise lesson plans according to the data provided by Khan Academy, and more time to explore. Thank you for attending this professional development. I do want some feedback from you guys. If you guys can provide that for me, how can we further support you? Please take the time to provide feedback by taking the survey using the link below. Thank you very much.